Well, the work seems like it's done, but not quite. But we're at least through all 3 days of the 2021 NFL Draft. John, I'm just going to ask you, how are you feeling now that through all of the evaluations you guys have been doing for these past few months, that now you're going to get to see that work come to fruition?
So good. I keep saying it, but we got better this weekend, and I really believe that in my heart of hearts. I'm so proud of our team, from college scouts who faced, you talk about adversity, in a COVID year traveling before people were really traveling. And we told them all, no one do anything they don't feel safe with. But our guys went out, and I know Seattle and John Schneider, my good friend, poked a little fun at us for our numbers. But I threw those out there because I wanted it known how hard our guys worked. And they were out there more than anyone. And I think it paid off in this draft. And, you talk about coaches. We have a very collaborative process where it's scouting and coaching. And our coaches have a big voice because they should, because they're coaching these guys. And so we want to make sure they're guys that have the same vision that we see for them, and it becomes a collective vision, and that's a good thing. And then Demetrius and Matt Plonsky and R&D is those guys are excellent. So it's just a total team effort, and I think to see the fruits of our labor, and they're up there finishing free agency right now. We're trying to get some good priority free agents, and as I told those guys, the best thing you can sell to people is Matt Breida. It's Jeff Wilson, it's Darian Daniels, it's guys. We don't care if they were drafted, where they were drafted. We're going to play the best players, and we have a track record of that. And I think people throughout the league know that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking as you're saying these names, Emmanuel Mosley, another
Emmanuel
name
Mosley.
like that. Yeah. But I feel like time flies when you're having fun. Year 5, your 5th draft here with the San Francisco 49ers. But I'm just looking back over the number of years, and you guys have built a roster that is ready to compete. And considering that, was the preparation and going through this draft, was it any different considering the pieces that you guys have in play and how you guys are ready to win right now?
Well, I think what was different, we really had no idea, as did much of the league, how free agency would go this year. We didn't think we'd have an opportunity to keep a lot of our own players, and we had a very talented roster last year. It was decimated by injuries, but an extremely talented one, and we thought we were going to, frankly, have to watch a lot of good players leave us. Unfortunately for some of these guys, the market wasn't as good because of the pandemic and the cap being down, but we were the beneficiary of that. Those guys entrusted us to come back here for one-year deals, and so, but that also compels you to go draft because, a lot of those guys are going to be in the same boat next year. So I think the fact our numbers were good, and so we really, I think our biggest thought process is, look, we don't have to keep every pick. We want to infuse some youth into this team, but if we're drafting someone, we have to have a good idea they're making our team. And I feel like we got through an entire draft with a great feel that everybody we drafted, they got to go do it, they got to go compete. But we feel good about those chances.
Yeah, let's start right about those picks. Let's start off with, you got a guard in Jalen Moore. What did you see out of him that made him want to be that first pick in day 3 for you guys?
Yeah, it really wasn't our intention to take another guard. We felt fairly well equipped. Alex Mack was an addition this offseason. Tom Compton, we just recently signed. We go get Aaron Banks in the second round, but we're sitting there in round 5, and he was our highest graded player by a long shot. And so that's the guy we went with, and we got great consensus in our room. Kyle and I had a feeling. We threw it out there to all the scouts, coaches, and it got really strong. It was the right thing to do. And so Jalen's a guy who's played left tackle, played left guard. We feel has great versatility to his game and has starter ability. When that comes, if it will come, we'll see. But he also has a great makeup. I mean, this is a kid. You talk about the character. One of my notes is during Western Michigan, during COVID, he initiated a movement with their team to feed the homeless during COVID. I mean, that special human being and a really good football player.
Yeah, it says a lot about his character and his person. But now going to the other side of the ball, you guys go back-to-back picks, but kind of fortifying that secondary. You've got Demo, and then you also have Talanoa. But what do you see out of these two guys that make them a good fit?
Yeah, Demo we're going to go with. I'm not there yet on the first name, but he's a very talented young man, has the right mentality, gets up in people's faces, will play aggressive in coverage. He's an outside corner that we believe has some flex to go inside. He competes at a high level. You want a corner. Corner's a tough position, so they better be resilient. They better be competitive. He's both of those, we believe, and you're going to take some L's at the corner position, but can you have a quick be able to put that behind you and move forward? And I think he's got the right mentality for the position. Talanoa, his film is fun. He gets after it. He is the way he plays. You can see passion all over the tape. I think he's got versatility to his game. A lot of people believe that he's best closer to the ball. I agree, but I also think he's pretty good away from the ball. So he's got a good opportunity to go earn it. And I love that he's already talking about special teams in year one, because that's going to be very important for him and for us.
You're talking about Talanoa's his passion for the game, but as a Hall of Fame former safety, do you see a little bit of maybe that hunger and that passion that you had playing in Talanoa?
I do, and I think as we were standing up there, a lot of people were saying what he couldn't do, and he had fallen in the draft. And I had a lot of belief in him, as did our room. I said, guys, check me, because I want to be careful. I'm not trying to do anything because I see him and me and him. But no, we see it too. So that's the cool thing about this process. People get strong feelings on people. Dom DeSico, who's our West Coast scout, loved him back in the fall. I remember being down in Arizona and him calling, and this may be my favorite guy, and so I started watching him then. I knew about him, had seen him on TV, but really started studying him at that point. And so to see it come to fruition was really cool.
And then you round out day 3 with a running back, Elijah Mitchell. What do you see in Elijah that makes him so special and that makes him a good fit for what Kyle Shanahan likes to do with his running backs?
Yeah, because of our ad of Trey Sermon, again, we kind of thought, all right, we're probably going to be done there. We also added Wayne Gallman this offseason. He was the best player left on our board, and we aren't a true board team. And we kind of, we also want to feel not just the grade, we want to feel conviction in the room, and we all got very solid conviction that he was the best bet. And, I think we believe in running the ball. I think we fortified that this year with our draft choices. Elijah's got speed. He really does. He's got speed, and he's got physicality. And so those are two things we covet at that position. He can go, and he's got burst. And so I thought it was a great late ad, and happy to have him.
Yeah, the work is just getting started. And now you said your team is up there looking at free agency and some of those guys that may be available. But for you, John, what's next? Is there a vacation on the horizon or something?
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday Monday, so we'll have some fun as a family, get some surprises for her. And my kids are all in school, but I am going to take a week, and our whole staff. We need to get them out of here. I think with COVID, everything's just been extended, and you think, like, a lot of people have been home and have had a lot of downtime. We haven't had any downtime, and so we need a break. Like I told Kyle, hey, you're turning the building over to you. It's all on you. And it's well needed. And then we'll get back in here. And the following week, 2 weeks from now, we'll have all the rookies in for the rookie mini camp, and that's always fun. Get to see those guys up front and in person as a member of the 49ers. So that will be great.
Good, and a vacation is well deserved. Congratulations on this draft, and happy birthday, Mrs. Lynch. Thanks for letting us borrow him for a little bit.
Thanks, Kiana.
Mm-hmm.